I'm Brett Benetti, and once again, this is one of my favourite times of the year. Supanova is back in town, and I love Supanova. We've got plenty of guests. The cosplayers are in town. And now I'm with Finn Jones. He's one of the stars from shows like Game of Thrones and currently Marvel's Iron Fist. Welcome back to Perth. It's great to have you back here again.
Yeah, it's nice to be back. I always
Yes.
love coming back to Australia.
You seem to come back at the right timing as well, because last time I think you were here with me, we spoke, and it was about 2015.
Right.
And the new season of Game of Thrones was about to start.
Right.
So, and now, basically, the season 2 of Luke Cage drops into Perth or
Couple
on
of
Netflix
hours, right?
today.
Yeah, a couple of hours.
Yeah, exactly. So we're all excited about that. And obviously, there's a link to that because you obviously star in Iron Fist. Congratulations on that. You've just wrapped up filming with season 2. Is that correct?
Yeah, we finished about a month ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can we expect any crossovers in season 2, like Jessica Jones?
Well, we have Misty Knight, who's in Luke Cage. She comes over into the second season.
Yeah.
And then also I cross over into Luke Cage actually. So I'm in. I appear in Luke Cage as well. So
Brilliant.
and so does Colleen as well. She appears in Luke Cage. So yeah, they're always weaving it over in various ways.
And I know you can't give in too many spoilers. It keeps obviously the viewers on edge, but they're great shows, and I'm looking forward to season 2 as well.
Thank you.
Do you feel that Danny's character has grown since season 1?
Yeah, I mean, the great thing about Danny is he's constantly a character in evolution. We're kind of telling like a coming of age story with Danny, you know. So we take him from someone that's pretty innocent, naive, not used to his powers or really understanding his responsibility. And what we're doing over the course of many seasons and various television shows is we're growing him into a superhero and also into a man. So, you know, Danny is constantly always evolving and growing up and changing and becoming more responsible and more superhero-like, I guess.
Now, do you ever take point or take note of the rumours and speculation of the shows that you're in online? Because obviously there's rumours about speculation of Alice Eve, who was in Star Trek Into Darkness, will be playing a villain by the name of Lady Gorgon. Obviously you can't confirm it, but I mean, do you take... pay attention to those sort of things.
It's
And
funny.
those are right.
It's funny because they're usually way off.
Yeah.
It's funny. It's just like you just see like people just like running around bumping heads, and you're just like, you guys are in the wrong direction. It's all the way over there, and then everyone's like kind of like.
So you get a kick out of that.
Yeah, it's kind of funny.
Yeah. Well, again, at least it's relevant, and people are talking about.
Yeah,
your
it's
show,
great.
So.
I mean, it's great that people are enthused enough about it that they want to discuss it and get excited about it. It's cool.
Can you let us know if Iron Fist gets a costume in season 2?
Hey, I can't say anything.
Can't say anything. There you go.
But
tuned.
Fans will be very happy with season 2, I think.
Do we have a release date for season 2?
Nope. Not
No?
yet.
So just finish making and producing.
Yeah,
I can't wait.
I don't actually even know the release date yet, so
No.
I'm not holding anything back. I don't know when it comes out.
No, well, we can't
Yeah.
wait for that. But the funny thing is, when we spoke in 2015, obviously, you were playing Loris Tyrell, the Knight of Flowers in Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
You were still alive.
I was.
You were still alive.
Those
and
glory
we're,
days.
we're talking about because the producers of Game of Thrones never let you know when you're going to get killed off or
Right.
like that. And you're still alive at the time. We're talking about how you'd want to go out. Were you happy with the way you went out in season 6?
Yeah, I was actually. It was the season finale, and it was literally out with a bang. So and it was nice. I got a chance to really take the character into a very different space before his demise, which is always nice for an actor to do. And yeah, I was happy with it. I'd been on that show for 6 years, and I felt like it was time to move on to something else, and it all everything just kind of settled really nicely. I left that show and then I went onto another one. So.
Yeah, obviously it worked out. But how was your reaction when you got the script?
I was gutted. I was gutted because
you were almost at the end.
because I'd received the episodes 1 to 9.
Yeah.
And I hadn't received episode 10, and that's where it happened. And I was like, why didn't they give me episode 10 yet? And it was the morning. It was the evening before the read through the next morning. And I was like, this is really strange that I haven't received the episode yet. And I was just hoping that I would survive that episode so I would then be in the next season. And then I get a phone call from David and Dan saying, Finn, it's been great to have you for the last 6 years, but unfortunately in episode 10, the reason why you haven't got it is because
That's
you don't make it.
Yeah.
And I remember just going, I was so close, so close to making to the next season.
Well, I think
But,
there's only about 6 or 7 episodes in the final season,
Right.
which we all have to wait.
Right.
Fans have to wait.
I know,
That's
it's
the only
2019.
thing.
It's crazy.
Yeah, that's
crazy.
the longest wait out
Yeah,
of the
they must
series.
be really taking their time with it and doing it right, which I think is a testament to how much the people behind the camera really appreciate the show. You know, they don't want to sell it short. They want to do it as the best they can, so they're taking the time. So I've got a lot of respect for that, actually.
When it finally comes around, we'll be watching it. It's like, you know, wipe your hands of it, or it's like, oh, I'll have to watch. I was part of it for 6 years.
Right. Yeah. It's
So-
a lot. It's been going on for a long time. It's going to be missed.
I know. Last time you were in Perth as well, you didn't get too much time. I don't think you got too much time this trip either, because obviously you're going to be busy with the fans at Supanova. But I understand you're going to be spending a bit of time at Rottnest.
Yeah, I'm going to try and go over to Rottnest once the con is over. I want
Yeah.
to see some quokkas.
Yeah, that's like you said. The big thing in Perth at the moment is the quokka selfie. Just make sure you don't touch the quokkas.
I just think that's the dumbest thing. I honestly, I feel sorry for these poor animals having these idiot humans coming over and just wanting to take pictures with them. I just think it's the dumbest thing. But I want to check out the island anyway because it looks beautiful.
Yeah, it is. And you
know what? I'll probably end up getting a quokka selfie.
Yeah, you have to. No, I mean,
So as much as I resent it and I hate it,
you're helping out with Perth
I probably
tourism.
will end up getting one.
Yeah, you'll love it.
Yeah.
So. But again, does anything ever amaze you when you've done a few of the Supanova and the cons now? But did anything ever surprise you when you actually run into them? The fans.
You know what? The thing that surprises me is just how much enthusiasm and love and appreciation that everyone has for the things that I've been working on. You know, it's always amazing to just speak to someone, you know, as we're speaking right now, and just have a real connection with people that really appreciate and value your work. It's I just find it it's very gratifying and it kind of makes me appreciate what I do. You know, it's very easy to kind of go to New York and film these shows for 6 months and live in that bubble of like filming. But then it isn't until you actually go to events like this around the world and you see the impact and the joy that it brings to people that it actually makes you really, you know, appreciate what you do on a much deeper level, you know?
Yeah. No, I totally get that as well. And again, it's a fantastic guest list. I mean, again, you're on it, and obviously you're going to have a huge fan base. But I mean, there was a good guest list last time you were in Perth as well. Yeah. But is anyone you've been mixing with that you hadn't met before that you were glad that you met on this trip? I mean, you got the guys like Chuck Norris, Kathleen Turner, Richard Dreyfuss.
Yeah, actually,
Brandon Routh.
I shared a car with Kathleen and Richard the other night going back from dinner, and it was amazing just being in the car with those two icons. We stopped, we got ice cream. Richard bought us all ice cream, actually. It was very kind of him. And it was just amazing to be in. You know, I'm a huge fan of Serial Mum, which is one of Kathleen's earlier films.
Yeah.
And they, you know, they're just Hollywood icons. And to kind of be stuck in the car with those guys going back was, you know, it was just a nice... You know, you just never expect that to happen.
Your turn for the top line.
Yeah, you just never expect that to happen. You know, you never expect, you know, then suddenly you do these Comic-Cons and you're thrown together with people all across genres and you know, television and film. So it's, so it's always fun who you
I met Richard this morning, had a great chat with him, and one of the things that he regrets that he didn't keep like mementos from his early movies.
Don't even
so,
start.
Yeah,
I don't keep anything.
I'm giving you advice. You need to start.
I kept nothing from Game of Thrones. It's
You've got Iron Fist,
biggest
so
regret.
make sure.
I know. I just cut off my own hand and I'll keep the fist. I remember because in the last season of Game of Thrones, all I wore was this straw sack.
Yeah.
And so it got to the last season, and I wanted to take something, and I was like, "Well, what do I take?" Like,
you couldn't take the straw.
I've been left with nothing.
Sack. Yeah, it's hanging up in the closet.
I didn't take the sack. I think I took a string of the sack, and I got home and I was like, "This is useless. I should have taken like my pin or something." But anyway. Yeah. I know, I never take mementos, and I always kick myself for it. But
well, there's a lesson for the future anyway. Yeah. But Finn, again, it's great to have you back in Perth.
Yeah,
it's great to catch up with you again. You have a great weekend. You will enjoy Rottnest.
Yeah.
Looking forward to seeing you over the weekend. So thanks again for your time.
All right, thank you, man. Right on.
Thanks, brother.